Right now I'm currently located at Touro Hospital, which is uptown. You look out this window here, you can occasionally catch a Mardi Gras parade or something similar. One of the great things about working at Touro is that we get to work with a very diverse group of patients. So on one hand, you may work with patients who have very few comorbidities. On the other hand, you may work with patients who have multiple comorbidities. Similarly, you may work with patients who have great insurance, have regular healthcare follow-up, and see their doctor frequently. On the other hand, you may work with people who may not see their doctors often and may have problems that are unmanaged and need your help. I think one of the really great things about working here is that they have an open ICU. So what that means is that you get a ton of great ICU experience so that when it comes time for you to become an upper level, you feel really prepared to manage the ICU. Another cool thing about working at Touro is that you get to work with a lot of different groups of people. You have private consulting groups, and you also have LSU consulting groups. In particular, LSU has cardiology and nephrology here, just to name a few. So what this means for us is that we get exposure to working with a lot of different services.
Hey there, my name is Jake Dubuque. I'm one of the internal medicine residents with LSU. Today we're at Touro Infirmary, one of the hospitals in downtown New Orleans. Today we'll be going over a day in the life of a resident here at Touro. So we have two separate teams here at Touro. It makes up our hospitalist medicine group. Each team's comprised of two upper level residents and two interns who work together as two sister teams over one attending. So a typical day starts at around 7 or 8 a.m. where we'll show up to make some morning rounds on all our patients. And then at 8 a.m. we have morning report. Morning report is a didactic hour in which we present an interesting case that was admitted from the night before. We'll go over management, strategies, and we'll talk about the important topics, and it's a great learning environment. Shortly after that, we'll make rounds with your attending, which will be also very educational, very informative, getting work done, which brings us to the most important part of the day, which is lunch. Typically lunch at around noon. We have access to the doctor's lounge here, and Touro has some wonderful food. In fact, on Friday, you get the classic New Orleans fried fish and gumbo, so everybody's looking forward to that. Shortly after lunch, you'll finish making rounds if you haven't seen all your patients you're attending. And then you'll finish up work, get your discharges done, reassess patients who are a little sicker. And then once you're done with your work for the day, typically you can sign out to your sister team who might be on call that day, and you'll be able to get out fairly early. Typically we don't stay until the night hours here at Touro unless you're on call. So a typical call day, you'll take with an upper level and an intern. The upper level is required to stay here from 8 a.m. Until the following day, until about noon, once rounds are completed. The intern on that team will take call from around 8 a.m. until 9 p.m. where they will be relieved by a night intern who will come on for the night.